Welcome to Lavender Hazelwood Witches. I'm Aurora. I'm going to take you back to a little trip I took on October 16th, 2024, which also happens to be the full moon.
So I just made some peanut butter curry soup. And the reason I'm bending over awkwardly is because otherwise I'm like this, and I don't feel like moving the camera. Here, let me see if I can do this. Glute muscles. I'm prepping today to go to Idyllwild tomorrow to meet somebody you might know. Okay, this is driving me nuts. It takes forever to prep things because I've got to make sure the dogs are taken care of. Oh, I've also got to take care of donating money because it's the full moon tonight. Plus I want to get some cardio in before I go so that I feel good. And plus my house is kind of a wreck. It just is. Oh, but can I show you what I got for my birthday? Hold on. Check this out. As some of you might know, if you caught wind of my post I made over the summer, my mom is she has cancer and she's been going through chemo, and as you do, you lose your hair in chemo. And I mentioned something about wearing a wig with her in solidarity. I had seen this wig on the website that she had looked at wigs on, and I was like, oh my god, this is so gorgeous. So she purchased this for me, and so now I have purple hair, or lavender hair actually. How apropos for the channel. It's amazing how different you feel wearing a wig. You can literally transform yourself. Do I seem like a different person right now? I'm kind of terrified of leaving the dogs, and that's my own enmeshment with them, of course, because I feel emotionally responsible for their happiness and well-being. I wish I could allow you to smell my peanut butter curry soup. So it looks like there's another stray cat in the neighborhood. Kitten. It's really cute. I'm hoping that the person who's feeding it will take it in, but she has a dog. Cleo definitely has a high prey drive, so I would never subject a small animal. But I've been posting the kitten around on social media to see if somebody wants to adopt it. A lot of things to do, and it's 3:45, so we have time. Okay. Hi, we're going to Idyllwild. That's better. I got an email from a rescue about the kitten. I had to tell him, yeah, here are the answers to your questions. Text me for any more questions you have. I will be out of town. My other neighbor, Sydney, is also working on her end to find it a home as well. So hopefully between the two of us, something will happen very fast, by this weekend. Kittens are like nature's crack.
And after an hour of driving, we got to the bottom of a mountain.
I get really car sick on windy roads, and this mountain is very windy. So I pulled over to take a break, get some stillness. It's so peaceful. It's quiet. It's peaceful. I feel like I'm still winding inside. At least I'm not in the passenger seat. It's much better when I'm in the driver's seat, so. Oh, it's so nice. Not the motor, but. And look, there's acorns.
And I finally arrived in Idyllwild.
Trees are gorgeous.
Wow.
It smells like incense and trees. And the birds are chirping everywhere. Oh man, I'm waiting for my friend Amy. She should be here soon. There's a whole bunch of little shops here you can see. And it looks like in this little complex there's a bunch of witchy shops, so that'll be fun. we going?
We're going to Earth Elements to see some elements from the Earth.
Great.
At Disneyland, you could go into a little thing and pick out your rocks. Most of them were crappy dyed quartz, but every once in a while there would be Dalmatian stone, and there would be snowflake obsidians in there. So you could really pick out some decent stones if you knew what you were looking for.
What are you eating?
I'm having mixed greens with feta cheese, cranberries, sunflower seeds, and balsamic vinaigrette, which I switched from ranch.
And then some little gifties here too.
Little gifties.
We sat for some lunch and a tea and then discovered Idyllwild Gardens, probably the most whimsical garden shop I've ever encountered in my
I
life.
love this place.
Look at this lantern. Something that's been set up.
I would go back to Idyllwild just to revisit this sanctuary. There were hidden rooms everywhere you turn. There were bells and lanterns and plants and fountains all along the walkways and in little pockets. This was a small fairy and toy shed. Oh, the lantern here too. Look. This was a charming kitchen and treat shed. And this was an RV stocked with just whimsy. This whole place was whimsical. Prisms, candles, balms, clothing, and art. It's your 21st century Greenwich consumerist garden shop. Seriously. The ambiance is so good.
This place is just magical. It is so cute. Where's the... There you are.
Hello. No, you're not into us? Well, we're cat people. We love you. Cute little witchy thing. Apparently we're going to discover travelog. Come to Idyllwild, and you'll find all the witchiest stores here. It's like a commercial. Cool Cat Boutique. This whole place is just, this is for us. I like this town.
Mm-hmm. The nooks and crannies in town were a delight to discover.
Do you not feel like the fountain's a little toilety?
Oh my God, you're right.
It says they're open at 4:30-ish. That says ish on their sign.
And there's a thrift store packed to the brim with absolutely everything. It felt like it belonged in a nostalgic Christmas movie.
Spoons. Whoa.
I feel like I Dream of Jeannie Lady could come out of that.
Yeah.
Or live in there.
Yep. It also looks like a big dildo.
It does, but I don't think it should be in two pieces. I don't know.
I said goodbye to Amy and made my way to my lodging.
biggest thing I'm excited about is this. Oh, hell yeah. I'm at the Silver Pines Lodge. It would be a great place to come if you had a group of people who all wanted separate rooms or cabins. It's nature-y. It's close to downtown. With the spiral staircase, the swing. So my plan is really basic. I'm going to take one of these smoke sticks that, sorry, it's not a smoke stick, incenses that I got from Amy, and it doesn't smell great in here, and I think it'll be nice to, Moon Goddess is probably the appropriate one to use tonight. But the reason I booked this particular room is really because of the fireplace, and I wanted to be able to sit by a fire with a book, with no disruptions, with no dogs needing anything, with no routine, where I could hear nature and just relax and do nothing. I'd like to take advantage of the full moon, so I have charcoal discs and I have herbs. And look at this, a freaking oracle deck. The Mott Oracle deck. It's a Menti Oracle. Feather Heart Deck and Guidebook. Ancient Wisdom for the Modern World. I'm actually really curious about this. And there's some herbs. I have this box of herbs and salt. Though I don't know what's in these things. Devotional Bliss, Sacred Salt. Deep Blue Lotus salts. This is very appropriate to Egyptian culture. Protection Herb Blend. No, none of these feel right. But first on the docket is, and get this room smelling a little better than it does. Get this going. Hopefully no alarms go off. I probably should open the door, huh? Let's do that. Let's do that. I also brought my own herbal astrology oracle, so I could do some divination tonight, and maybe that's all I'll do. I'll work with these. So enjoying the fireplace heat coming towards me, the comfortable pants and warm socks, and this sort of lukewarm soup. All together, it's just what the doctor ordered. You know, I haven't been out away from animals like this in probably over a year. Feather Heart Deck and Guidebook. Living with a feather heart. So living by the, I guess, principles of what it means to be a good Egyptian.
If you were an ancient Egyptian, you strive to have a heart lighter than a feather when it was weighed by the gods after your death.
The Amenti Oracle deck is a tool you can use to put your hand on the sail of life and navigate whichever waters you feel are the truest.
The Egyptians gave me some guidance about ways of being that might be helpful to adopt.
I like that there's a hummingbird here. It's one of my spirit guide. see what the book has to say, because the seed cannot sprout upward without simultaneously sending roots into the ground is an Egyptian proverb.
After I drew the cards, I pulled out my book and read. I'm a slut for epic fantasy adventure stories, and I've been reading the Wheel of Time series since the fall of 2022. I'm on book 11 of 14, and it's so my happy place. If you have any recommendations for the next series I should read in this genre, please leave a comment.
Good morning. On top of Old Smoky. Aha. It rolled off the table and onto the floor.
The next morning was fresh and alive outside, and I just wanted to soak autumn into my bones. I went on a morning walk before the bustle of the town started and collected some nature along the way. Pine cones, acorns, some redwood branches that I found, and I was excited to add these to my apothecary for the winter.
Look at these trees. Oh, the air is so crisp and fresh. This must be Strawberry Creek. This is just perfect. It's exactly what I was looking for this morning. Oh, I love this. Oh, being within trees is my happy place. Massive rock. These massive trees. Brambles. These are like raspberry or blackberry bushes. Look.
Then I leisurely started making my way back home, with a couple of stops along the way.
You hear the wind? The sun. I love this so much. Chill in the air, heat of the sun. Oh, it's wonderful.
These are the moments that make life worth living.
Look at this tree. It's gorgeous.
Feeling connected and content at the same time.
It's really gorgeous here. It's so nice getting away from the city and being in nature where it's quiet and just lovely. I wish I could stop at the lake. So I basically spent my morning walking along Strawberry Creek, which was really beautiful too.
And then I went back to Idyllwild Gardens that Amy and I visited yesterday, and spent like an hour just perusing around again, and found nooks and crannies in there that we hadn't seen yesterday. So shit, what's this? Like leaves, I don't know. So there were new surprises, which was fun. We're driving down the mountain again. I don't feel quite as affected right now by the curves and the turns as I did yesterday. And I think it's because I'm used to the altitude now.
And by the way, when I got home, the kitty had already found a home with a neighbor.